What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say if you're a fan of those legends of the game, I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel because that's all I focus on. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you would posterize that like button. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, today we're going to be doing another request build for Steve Francis. And well, Steve Francis, guys, if you've never seen him play, I would just say this: go watch him play. I believe it was Jeff Van Gundy. He was asked, if he had the opportunity to coach Westbrook, how would he coach him? And Van Gundy's response to that was, "I've coached Westbrook. His name was Steve Francis." So that kind of gives you an idea of how good Steve Francis actually was. And the thing is with Steve Francis, guys, I really think had he not gotten injured, because I know he got an ankle injury, but I don't think that was really what hampered his career so much. I know that he got he had something wrong with him that caused him to get migraines really bad, and I believe he said it was really difficult for him to practice because he would stay dizzy a lot of the time, and I don't know how much that hampered his career in all honesty. But I know that, it's real tragic because he did have a very, very short career. Not as short as some, but it was pretty short. It's unfortunate because he was really, really fun to watch. He was able to facilitate really, really well. He was a good rebounding point guard. I think it was his rookie season. I think he had, it might have been his rookie season. One of his seasons, he had like 2 offensive rebounds per game on average. And, I was pretty good for a point guard at that time. It wasn't like it is now because in today's game, it's easier for a guard to get rebounds because you've got so many guys that shoot threes. So you get the long rebound. Of course, in the early 2000s when Francis was playing, that wasn't a thing. You had a lot more, but he was just that athletic, right? He was such an athletic player. And it's just unfortunate that his career was as short as it was because I know he started to get into trouble, and I know recently he or maybe not too recent really, but I know that he's had some issues with alcohol and things like that. It's always unfortunate, guys. I hate to hear that about any player, especially someone that could have been we're talking about someone that had the potential to maybe be a top 15, top 10 point guard of all time, maybe even higher. Maybe I'm selling him short, but I think, if he could have developed more and everything, he had the potential. He was a really, really fun player to watch. It's one of those unfortunate things, but we'll get right into this build. So guys, I mean, for me personally, I feel like this is the best pie chart, the Hall of Fame finishing and Hall of Fame playmaking. It's just the one that, out of all the builds that I've done, this is the one that I felt was the most like Steve Francis. So now for this, guys, it really depends on you. But I would definitely say I would go with 1 and 2 pie charts. I would go with either the speed and vertical or the speed. Me personally, I'm just going to go with the speed because you like to have that quickness and everything. And then once you get this build maxed out, guys, and you get that gym rat badge, you're going to have a really, really impressive 99 speed as well as 99 acceleration. And you're still going to have a very solid vertical at 83. So you're going to be good there. That's not going to be a problem. So what we're going to do here, guys, is you're going to max out your close shot, your driving layup, driving dunk, and then you're going to take this up to 44 just to get that 20th finishing badge. Then, of course, we're going to go ahead and max out our mid-range and our three-point shot and our free throw. Because, Francis, I mean, he had a shot, but he was inconsistent at times. I feel like this is the perfect pie chart for him. Then we're just going to max out our pass accuracy and our ball handling. And then for the defensive and rebounding side, we're going to go ahead and max out our perimeter defense, our lateral quickness, and our steal. And of course, we're going to max out our defensive rebounding. And we're going to go ahead and put the rest on our offensive rebounding because, like I said, he was a pretty good rebounder. And if you look at this, guys, you get a really, really good badge layout with this build. You got 20 finishing, 9 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 7 defensive and rebounding badges. So you've got a really, really strong layout. And you can do a lot with this build. You could basically, this is a very, I feel like this is for a point guard, this is a really well-rounded build. So for the body type, it really doesn't matter. We'll just go defined. Of course, he was 6'3", 195. Now for this, guys, I would max out the wingspan just to help that rebounding out a bit. And you also, that's going to help you out with finishing, driving dunks, things like that. So you definitely want that with the Francis build. It does take a little bit away from your shooting, but like I said, Francis, he was inconsistent, when it came to shooting anyway. And with this build, you may shoot a mid-range shot every now and again, and you may shoot a 3 on occasion, but for the most part, you're going to be driving to the basket and finishing. In this build, guys, to me, this build is so fun to play, like in a pick and roll situation. It really, really is. If the center gets switched off on you, you're going to be so quick that they're not going to be able to do anything with you. But if by chance you're not able to get into the interior and finish this build, you're able, where you've got that Hall of Fame playmaking, you're able to make a really, really good pass, for whoever set the pick for you. And, you'll be able to pick up that assist easy. So for this, guys, it depends on you. Me personally, guys, I feel like the slasher would be the way to go. It's just such an overpowered takeover that it just makes the most sense. And you have built a two-way slashing playmaker with shades of Ja Morant, and I really like the Baron Davis one as well. Both of those guys, Ja Morant, he's so fun to watch. And it's just, Steve Francis was as well, guys. So, like I said, if you've never seen him play, definitely go check out some of his highlights. He was really, really fun to watch. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at our badges here. So, guys, fearless finisher, right? Limitless takeoff is a good one. Posterizer is another good one. And then, from here, guys, it really depends on you, right? For me personally, guys, I feel like, you could do teardropper. That's a good one. Slithery finisher and acrobat. I feel like acrobat's a must with this build as well, where you're undersized. Now, if you wanted to do this, you could do this as well. This is actually the way that I did this build. And I'm telling you guys, when you did get inside, you were able to finish it, pretty easily, no matter who it was. So, and then for our 9 shooting badges, guys, I'm going to say Hot Zone Hunter. We will do Limitless Spot Up. And then for the last one, guys, because we're going to just do the 3 gold badges on this, I'm just going to go Deadeye. Now, if you wanted to do Deadeye, Blinders, and Mismatch Expert on bronze, you could certainly do that as well. Or you could do, whatever badge that works best for you, because everybody plays the game differently. So badges that work for me may not be the best for you, right? So I feel like we want to go unpluckable with this. Tied handles is another good one. I like Space Creator, of course. Quick First Step is another good one. And then, of course, guys, it really depends on, what you want to do next. If you want to, continue, to be able to break down your defender, you could go like Handles for Days or Quick Chain, something along those lines. But me personally, guys, I still want to be able to facilitate with this build, so I'm going to go Bullet Passer on Hall of Fame. Okay. And then that leaves us 2 others. So with those last 2 guys, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to do Handles for Days and Quick Chain on bronze. So you're still going to be able to break down your defender really, really well. But I feel like this Bullet Passer, it's really going to help you with, facilitating. Now, if you wanted to go with something like Dimer, you could do that as well, because that's a really, really good one to have also. For me, guys, I just like Bullet Passer, because it's what I found that works for me. But again, something else may work best for you. So for this one, guys, of course, I feel like we definitely want clamps, and we definitely want rebound chaser with this build, because we want to be able to get those offensive boards. Because like I said, he was a pretty good rebounding guard, and we want to be able to be, pretty decent on defense. For this last one, guys, I would say either Intimidator or Interceptor. or pickpocket, whichever you prefer. Me, myself, I like to play the passing lanes, so interceptor works really, really well for me. But, it's whatever, that works for you, in all honesty. But there you have it, guys. I really feel like this is a pretty solid Steve Francis build. If you've never seen Stevie Franchise play, I would definitely recommend checking out some of his highlights. But with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would posterize that like button. If you like those legends of the game, I would recommend subscribing to my channel because that's all I focus on. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.